India is one of our international markets. I must have a chat with the marketing director. I'm not sure what their plans are. I'm sure they will have. It's just that, from the corporate comm side, we want to try to create an environment for them to actively sell in. But in Malaysia, it's quite tough. In recent years, we have not been looked upon as an institution for computing and IT programs. So it's a bit difficult to create that awareness. Okay, maybe I'll cover some general questions. So we will record it at least, or we will run it on the website.
Yeah, you can get if you can get just a clip or two or something.
What should a student who wants to do, who's looking to do a computing or an IT program, what should he or she be looking at in terms of the
courses? Yes. Right. Okay. Well, employment opportunities in the areas of computing are very diverse. So a student who has a degree in computing can go and work in just about every industry, because people with knowledge of computing and IT technology are very valuable. What a student should look for in a program is to have solid fundamental knowledge of computing. Things like programming, knowledge of databases, managing knowledge and managing information. And fundamental knowledge of that is important, because various applications, they change from year to year, and the subject is so fastly developing that a graduate should just be primarily able to learn the new things by themselves. And once they have the solid foundation, they can do that. So I think that's one of the
considerations.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the advantages of NELI programs, is that they are actually providing the student with the fundamental knowledge, rather than being specialized in computer gaming, for example, which again is primarily knowing how to program.
So a student who does our program and in the event after they graduate decide to do computer programming, will they be able to?
They can, once they have the fundamentals, then they can specialize once they graduate, depending on which company they work for, but they can specialize in whatever that company requires. So I believe that the main strength of the programs at NELI is the fact that the students would get a really sound, solid grounding in computing.
What are some of the modules that that cover this? I can't remember the modules offhand.
Neither can I. You must not put that around. Because I'm personally not a computing expert.
Okay.
I am an electronics engineer.
Yeah.
And the programs were put together by my colleagues, and they are mirror programs of what happens at Brookes. So I must say, quite honestly, that
it's okay.
I don't really know the details.
Okay. The other thing is our degrees are a little bit unique from the other degrees that you would get in the other colleges, in the sense, I think they have the core competency modules, and then they have the university courses, extracurricular modules, and then of course the placement. We are trying to make students understand that it is equally as important to equip yourself with these other so-called out of your core subject type of modules. If you want, do you think it's?
Oh yes.
What do you think?
Yes, I think your program is really, really very good, because it's much wider than what a student would get only if they were to study a UK degree program. And I believe that it's to the advantage of students. They come here, they get professional qualification, which is recognized all over the world from a Brookes degree, but also they get things which are extremely important to live in the society, to become a valuable member of the society. And also, they actually get 2 degrees.
Yeah.
And that is something which is extremely rare. I am not aware that there are many places that would offer that, and I think that Neelai students should take the advantage of that. Yeah.
Maybe if you could explain a little bit about a lot of people are a little bit confused about the 2 awards system. We came to this because Brookes had validated our program and thought that based on that Brookes would give an equivalent award.
I'm not sure whether that is true in a way. What we have validated is the fact that the Neelai program has all the components that a Brookes program would have.
Okay.
But in addition to that, it has much more,
Okay.
which is partly governed by the requirements of the Neelai educational system, but also reflects the needs of the society that the graduates will be working at. So the program is much bigger and wider than the program at Brookes would be. And that's why students get actually 2 awards. And that's why it's called a dual award. They satisfy the requirements of the Neelai educational system, and they satisfy the requirements of Brookes. So they deserve 2 awards.
What do you think we are well equipped in terms of infrastructure here for the students?
Yes, I see every time I come and visit Neelai, I see huge improvements, and the campus is wonderful. There are new laboratories right now. There is, I understand, huge investment in equipment. There is more investment to go into the library and the software that students use. So, yes, I think we're moving in the right direction. It's a challenge because technology changes so quickly. Every few years you have to replace it, renew it. But one thing is that I've noticed is that most of the students now have their own independent means of communicating. They've got their laptops, they have wireless access everywhere, so within the campus they can go, and they're not confined to study in one particular laboratory. They can go and study in the library or study somewhere else with their wireless connection. So things are changing and getting easier for students.
Okay, maybe one final one, which is just a general question for young for students who are wondering if computing or IT is the right choice of study for them. What would you say? What